So, if you are a writer and you've landed a job at AMC, particularly the Walking Dead franchise, I have three good rules for you, okay? If you introduce a new character, that new character needs to bite the dust by the end of the episode that they were introduced. That is customary. Rule number two is if your main characters get to a certain place or a community that's thriving, that community or that place needs to be doomed. Okay? And rule number three is if your main characters are looking for something specific, maybe they've mentioned that they needed this thing in the previous season or something like that, it is customary that the new character that has been introduced will have it. That is my rules. Hopefully that will work for you guys if you are thinking about writing on the show. But anyway, let's do a review to The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, the season 3 premiere. So, this was a big improvement to season 2. A very, very big improvement. I really think that they did the best that they could. I know the show is ending next year with season 4. It's officially announced that The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon will come to a complete end with season 4. And to be honest with you, this doesn't feel it's anywhere close to an ending. There's no end game to this season as yet. I mean, it's only the first episode. I mean, I haven't seen any of the other episodes, so maybe by the end of the season there could be some big thing that happens. But other than that, it just feels the same as the last two seasons. And I mean, the episode was not bad at all. It's just a lot of flaws with this episode, and I want to get to the positives first. I really like the idea of them going to Spain this time. Instead of staying in France, I like that they've moved over to Spain and we get to see a bit more of Spain. I also like the cinematography. The cinematography is fantastic this season. I mean, it still looks amazing. You can see the budget has been risen a little bit, so it looks like they're really doing a good job and taking advantage of that budget, which was a big concern for me with the last season, but now seems like they're doing well with it. And I really like the performances of Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl Dixon, and Melissa McBride, who plays Carol Pelletier. I really like their performances. They're still giving it the best that they can, and despite the script, it still works for them. But let's get to the flaws. So whenever a new character is introduced, it's so predictable that they're gonna kill them off in the end of the episode that they were just introduced. It's very predictable. It's like you can't even like that character because you know that they're not gonna make it. So that's the one big problem with it. Also, they spent a bit of time in England, and the thing is, they could have done a bit more with it. I feel like they could have done a bit more because this new character, his name is Julian Chamberlain, and he basically talks about how England is just overrun with zombies because people were fighting each other during the apocalypse, and there's just no more people left in London in particular. And I feel like that just sounds dumb because he's completely alone. He has all these supplies. I don't know where he gets it because it's been 15 years into the apocalypse. And the thing is, he still has supplies, like it's still fresh. He's got whiskey, he's got food, he's got a lot of things. And it's like, it makes it unbelievable. It's very far fetched, if you ask me. It's the same thing what they were doing with the full tank cars because in real life, gasoline would not last that long, to be honest with you. But anyway, the other issue I did have with the episode is whenever they get to a place with the main characters, Daryl and Carol, whenever they get to a place, it's always doomed. They always have to go and look for another place, Otherwise, this place is destroyed or zombies have overrun it. So it's like they have to go look for another place. And it just gets tiring after a while because it's not really focused on what the actual issue is, which is Daryl wanting to go back to America, but it's more focused on them going to these different places and eventually just ruining everyone else's survival tactics with that. But like I said, it was not a bad episode at all. So I would definitely give this episode a 6 out of 10. I think it's a big improvement from the last season, which I gave a 2 out of 10. So I think what they need to do next is stop with the villains, focus more on Daryl and Carol trying to get home to America. But I know they're going to stick around in Spain probably the whole season, this season, and then the next season, probably in the end, only will we see Daryl going back home with Carol if they make it. The other flaw that I did have with this episode as well is the fact that they keep making it look as if Daryl or Carol are in trouble when we both know that they are going to survive. They're going to be fine. They have plot armor as thick as gravy. So they're going to survive. They'll be fine. But they keep putting them in predicaments that makes it look like it's their last day on Earth when clearly it's not. But what did you guys think of it if you have seen it? And tell me what to review next.